Hi YouTube family, so welcome back to my channel. Today we will be seeing how to clone the Git repository into your local machine. So we will be seeing two ways. The first way will be through IntelliJ. How you can just with a few clicks you can get the Git repository cloned into your local. And the second will be through Git commands. In IntelliJ, when you open the IntelliJ, you land to this particular page. So here you need to click on Get from VCS. Then here in VCS you have been asked the URL. So this URL is nothing but your Git repository URL. So in this case, I will be using this particular repository which is of my own. Maybe if you want, you can refer to this particular repository, or you can clone any Git repository of your choice. Go to the code section, and here you will have the URL. Paste this URL over here. Now it asks for directory. When you are cloning the Git repository, you always have to have the basically empty directory. So I will just change the direction. So now when you clone this repository, after this cloning is done, it will open the project for you in this IntelliJ. So if you see, this just gets you a pop-up, this trust and open project clone from Git. So yeah, you need to trust the project. Yeah, and it opens the project for you. Okay, now when you see, if you just want to see what are the versions which have been done on this particular file. That means whoever has changed the code or when they have changed the code. So you can just go to the Git and you can see for the history. So here is the option show history, and you will see that these are the commits which are done. So now let's again, I will just remove this particular line this time. These are not needed for this particular file. So I have removed this line, and it appears in this particular commit section, and I will just give the message something like this, and I will commit and push. Commit has been done. If you see here in the background, you can see the commit has been done, but still this is not pushed to your repository. So when I go here and when I just refresh this particular section, and I just go to the src to that particular file, the last commit will be still the clone check. But if you see here, the commit has been done but it has not yet pushed. So I will just push my change. So by pushing the change, this particular change will appear in this particular repository. So I will just refresh it. Yeah. And if you see, this is the change which we have just pushed, and to cross verify, I can just open the file and I can say we removed the two lines of code, and yeah, that has been removed here. Yeah, this is one way where you can clone the repository directly into IntelliJ. Now we will go to the second way, that is this one, like through Git command. So I will be opening this Git bash tool. So to clone using this Git commands, I will go to the folder where I want to clone. Basically I will clone it at the same location here. So I will make a new directory, clone example 2. I will just give the date as well. Now to check whether this particular directory, we have just created the directory right away, so obviously it is going to be an empty directory. But to cross verify, I will just go inside this particular directory and I will do ls. So if you see, it says there are 0 items. Yeah, so this directory is empty. So why we need to check is because while cloning you need to have the empty directory. Now I will use the clone command. So the clone command is git clone, and again I will go to my repository. I will go to the URL and I will copy this particular URL and I will paste it. Yeah, and let's just get started with this. So if you see, all the objects have been received, so that means your cloning has done, and this particular objects have been stored at this particular location in our local. When you see, git status, so git status, it says it is not a directory, right? That means to have a git, basically you need .git. Okay, so we will jump inside this particular folder. If you see, here is the particular project which we have basically cloned. So I will go inside that, Java Basics, and when I go ls, it says src. So if you see when I do the ls, it shows me the master branch, right? That means you are on this branch. Earlier when you just went to this particular folder, it is not any git repository, but when you go inside this particular which you have cloned, you will see the branch name, that is your master branch. Now once you are inside this, you want to check if any files has been changed, so we will just check git status. If you see on branch master, your branch is up to date with origin master, that means there is nothing to commit. So when I go again to this particular repository, let's go to this repository. It's in Sonali, and under Sonali I think example to 21 Jan, yeah, and here we are. So now let's, I mean, just change this particular file. I will I just want to show, I mean, if the commit changes also appear in the git bash. So for now I will open it with notepad. And again, as said, I will just give this particular system.out.println clone check through git bash, and I will save it. Yeah, so if you see, when you, put the git status earlier, when you did not make any change, it said your branch is up to date with origin master. But now, after you change the file and you put the git status, it should show you the modified change. So if you see, this particular file has been modified. So whatever you see in the IntelliJ over here in this commit section, you can see it from this particular section, right? I mean, this is the particular command through which you can see which files have been changed or which are not yet committed or which needs to be committed. Okay, now the same change you can see it through your IntelliJ. So I will just open that particular project, click on open Sonali, and I think our folder name was clone example 2, right? So this is our example. I will just click it over here and I will select this particular project. Okay, so I trust this project and I will open it in new window. So if you see, we changed the file through notepad, and the same change you will see it over here. For now, this is how where you can clone the repository. First was through IntelliJ and the second one was through git commands. Hope you liked it, and if you have any doubts, please let me know in the comment section. I am ready to help over there. Thank you very much and have a good day.